over in New York is another player who knows the value of recondite knowledge. And today, scouring the streets of Queens, quiz-obsessive Brandon is on a typical training mission to soak up as much esoteric information as possible.
So I definitely don't know everything. I mean, I don't even know 10% of 1% of 1% of everything. So that just means that everything you see is an opportunity to learn something. So it's most of what I spend my time doing. So from day to day, it's mostly just how can I get better at quiz. So here's a great example, right? This is a Filipino bakery, and we've got a bunch of stuff that I've really never heard of, balalo, corn salak. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna see what it is, where they eat it, what it has, and if a question comes up on it anytime in the next however long, I'm gonna get it right.
Brandon has turned quizzing into a full-time pursuit by channeling very precise ambitions.
I had two goals. I wanted to go to graduate school, and I wanted to travel to Britain, because at that time in the mid-2010s, Britain was really the epicenter of quizzing worldwide. And I remember watching an episode of University Challenge. I realized two things after watching. One, I'm very bad at this show currently, but two, I could become very, very good at this show methodically and in a short amount of time.
Brandon came to Britain, enrolled on a course at Imperial College London, and landed a place on their University Challenge team.
Hi, I'm Brandon out of Jamaica, Queens, New York City, doing a master's in computing.
But the hard work had only just begun.
I'd been a pretty serious quizzer for a few years at that point, but I was completely new to British quizzing. So I'm out to learn all of British history in 18 months. Where do you start? I don't know. You can't just go get a book. British history is a lot longer than American history.
Which is the only year in British history to have seen 4 different prime ministers hold office.
Imperial Brandon.
1834.
Correct.
So I sort of laid everything out and sort of collated everything and made myself flashcards to learn them, and then I just started learning. And then once I got those down, I sort of worked my way out.
It was while transcribing previous episodes of the program that Brandon discovered another cultural divide that could scupper his plans. Paxman.
So then I realized, if I don't understand what he's saying, even if I have the knowledge, I'm still gonna lose out on that buzz.
St. John Saw.
Krill.
Krill is correct, yes.
And so I went and found a site that had his old Newsnight episode.
Never apologize, never explain, the philosophy variously attributed to Wellington Disraeli and Admiral Jackie Fisher.
I would go to sleep with it on, I'd have it on while I was cooking or walking around buying groceries, and I would just get used to his accent.
Might have been the motto of Alistair Campbell's evidence to the Iraq inquiry today.
By the time I finished listening to about 50 hours of old Newsnight episodes, hearing him was like hearing somebody that I grew up with.
Imperial College London owes much of its existence to Prince Albert's attempts to crank up the cultural and scientific activities of his adopted country in the mid-19th century.
Battle-hardened Brandon and the Imperial team swept away all before them.
Imperial Brandon.
6.
6 is correct, yes. You look as if you find the question insultingly
No,
easy.
no, it's not like that. Good question. Good
You
question.
want a more difficult one?
No, please. I can't. My heart.
Right.
And soon found themselves confronting a titan of the competition.
Hello. The end is nigh. Tonight's match is both the second semi-final and the penultimate match in this entire competition. In around half an hour, we'll know which team will be taking on Corpus Christi College, Cambridge in the series final.
It's Trinity College, Cambridge, right? They've won 3 times. It's one of the oldest schools in Cambridge, right? When you think of ivory towers, they don't get much more ivory than Trinity. And this is the exact sort of optics that I was looking to dismantle on the show.
Right, fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. What is the only surviving mammal of the order Tubulidentata? It is a medium-sized nocturnal African mammal with long ears, an elongated snout, and a diet of ants and termites.
Imperial Brandon.
Aardvark.
The aardvark is correct, yes.
And I wanted to show how I was winning, not because of my education or because I was more clever, but because I studied more than you.
Imperial Brandon.
Rob Roy.
Rob Roy is correct.
We prepared harder than you, and that's why we're winning.
Imperial Brandon.
Dolorosa Mater.
Well, accept that, yes.
Imperial Brandon.
Bechtel.
Alison Bechtel is correct.
Imperial Brandon.
Ad.
Ad is correct, AD, yes.
Imperial Brandon.
Djibouti.
Djibouti is correct, yes. And at the gong, Imperial College London have 235, Trinity College Cambridge have 80. Imperial, many congratulations. You, of course, go through to the final, and we should look forward to seeing you there.
Not only did I want to win, but I wanted to have a clean record. No first round loss, no loss in the quarterfinal, just straight through, 6 wins, not close, trophy, ceremony, all that.
And on the 20th of April 2020, Brandon's hard work paid off when Imperial won the trophy.
You are very impressive, Imperial. You are the 2020 University Challenge champions.
If you want to get good at quiz, don't worry about, oh, I'm not clever enough. You know, if you can get access to resources to start practicing, that's what's important. You can always outwork talent.
Imperial Brandon.
The Korean Peninsula.
Correct. Sorry, it's so easy for you.
No, we've been through this. If people want to say I'm clever, fine. I'm more concerned with people knowing that if I go and I win a quiz, it's because I train.